Oh no, I'm offline. Alright, so I think the internet's not the best. It's just been like that lately. It could be storming for all I know. I don't really. I think that's why it's gonna be an odd night. It's like, gosh, I want to see if anybody comes back. Sucks. I hate that my last stream was all broken up into separate videos. It's irritating. And they bite, and they bite. I guess I could just sing until somebody gets back. The buzz of love, because that's what it does. Well, they fly in the air as you comb your hair, and the spider up and down your windshield, the headlights. Is this like all faded that I just shouldn't be streaming? Like the fact that it disconnected 20 minutes in, the fact that barely anyone was here, the fact that I think I have a lot to say, but I'm also sipping on some kind of alcoholic potion. I just feel like, should I not be streaming right now? Who is to decide? Who is to say? And what would I do if I wasn't streaming when I set this time aside to stream? I always say that the best messages come privately, right? Like when I think no one's watching. And that's sometimes when the best things are said, right? I'm just debating, should I just not stream because I'm glitching out so much already? 20 minutes in? Should I just dip? What if I streamed on Instagram for the first time on this Instagram? I bet nobody would be on there right now. If they're not on Twitch, they're not on Instagram. Not that I'm trying to find it, but I also feel like would the connection be any better? It's just the difference between the laptop and a phone, not the Wi-Fi. Unless it's Twitch. I don't know. But my last video was broken up into several pieces, and I just wasn't a fan of that. It's more to export and listen to, right? It just feels like it anyway. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I loved this, though. Like, I don't know if I really... I make this private. So, I go through it. If you watch, it was probably about a month ago when I came on here. It was like, I restarted my live stream like 3 times. This was probably one of those nights, but because I had alcohol in my system, I was like, fuck it, just brave through it. And I was like, wow, this is awkward. I feel weird. But it's just part of my cycle, so you can imagine once again, it's hard not to discuss it, and it's also hard to have a job where you're not your own boss. Like, if I really feel like calling it right now, I can. Once again, feels empty to me. These are usually my fun streaming nights. Maybe I can come back in a little bit. Maybe I can loosen up. Maybe I can record something and come back on and see how I'm doing. Maybe that's what I'll do. Especially because when I was writing something down, I thought of a bunch of stuff to talk about, and it was like, man, maybe this isn't it. Like, maybe there must be something else that I'm supposed to do. It's weird feeling. It's a weird feeling. I also feel like I've been really attached to music lately. I go through phases where sometimes I don't want to listen to music at all, and sometimes I have to listen to music, especially music I can sing along to. And I haven't really had the capacity or the brain space to create much lately. It goes hand in hand with the same thing where my performance is severely weaker than like my last stream even, right? Which I think I started tipping into the anxious side of me. And I'm okay at managing as long as I'm not pushing myself too much where how good could I be if I didn't take the time to explain it and understand it myself and have whoever's watching understand it with me so that I can just start from scratch, okay? That being said, how am I feeling? Am I feeling up to this? I have no call to any decks. this is what we knew Libra season would be like. We knew this would happen. A lot will be revealed to us, but not on day one. Like, it's gonna be the course of a month and everything's gonna make so much more sense, but it's just like crazy how things get. And you are so wild for that. And sometimes you can't tame the wild beasts within, right? So poetic, tragic, a somber kind of evening. I feel like I could definitely channel something if we would be into that. It's officially spooky season. Once Libra season starts, it's spooky season. Demons are going to be out more. The Halloween Oracle's going to be in use more. But right now, I feel like I wouldn't even need a goddamn thing, and I could probably still channel this evening. Don't know what it is about the whole air of it, you know. My brain feels fucking warped and fried. I think that is a legitimate feeling that some of us are having right now. I think it takes a lot to, I don't want to say rationalize what's going on, but I think it's okay to look at things in the way they are today and say that is a little peculiar and or fucked up. Okay? I don't know how much of this is channeling my innermost deepest thoughts or channeling from a source, because I'm not sensing a source as much as like, you know, I will know when it's time to say what I need to say, right? So right now, it sounds like the conversation is about registering what's going on and how major some of these transitions are. It's not necessarily as simple as to say retrograde. Why is a planet even moving backwards in the first place? Like, that's something that maybe we have already discovered, but something I think about quite a bit, not just lately, but since I was a kid, is that anything that we know has been affirmed by ourselves or our equal, most equivalent other human beings. Even if you source it from divine, even if you source it from the other side, like I do, like being a medium or a psychic or whatever, you just ultimately are still using a human vessel, a very animalistic vehicle to deliver it, the information, the message, you know, interpreting the data, whatever it is. Everything that's written, everything that's law, everything that's order, we made it all up ourselves. And I think that people need to let go of this idea that that is somehow righteous or perfect. That somehow just because we decided it 100, 200 years ago doesn't necessarily mean that was the final form. Just like the fact that it was discovered 200 years ago when people have been studying it since 2000 or more years ago should indicate to you that some things need to be revisited, renovated, okay? Now take that simple concept, very simple and almost obvious and kind of even necessary concept, and apply it to your interpersonal relationships, and boom, then you kind of see where I'm coming from. Oh, yeah. Okay. I held a belief system. I thought this way, felt this thing, whatever. Okay, maybe it was wrong. Maybe it blew up in my face. Maybe I was looking at it the wrong fucking way because I was so ingrained to what life was told to be and handed to me by everyone. What are you gonna do? And a lot of people are like, I don't have time for conspiracies. I have a life to live. And it's like, my dude, you hate your life. It's not a conspiracy with me for a moment. You know, maybe there's something else going on here that we're not addressing, right? Maybe we can figure it out together. If we could talk in a nice, calm manner, maybe there is more to the story than either of us know, and if we share our stories, then Woe might be able to put it all together, don't you think? Golly. Golly, golly, golly. Lolly. You know what's so funny about the whole me singing bugging too? I've noticed 3 bugs since I started the stream, although two of them might be the same one. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it, bro. Thank you. It feels like an honor that you would even say that. I feel so guilty killing this moth. I don't want to, but I do not have the patience to fucking catch it right now. Like, I don't even know what I'd catch it with the bong and then forget it's under there. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Okay. I'm not just gonna crush it and have a fucking body on my desk. Which I did renovate a little bit on the back end. I know it looks the same for you, and this looks like shit. People are so supportive of me on here. They're like, I love your tapestry, dude. And I'm like, thanks. They're like, even the wood texture is great. I'm like, cool. Yeah, dude, I do. I wrote a story about it a long time ago, and New Films was like, yo, you made me kind of rethink killing bugs for a moment there. I don't know if it kills bugs or not, but it was a nice moment. I'm kind of very passionate about the subject, to be honest, about not killing bugs, unless, honestly, sometimes the really little ones that are like unidentifiable to me or just resemble gnats or baby flies, I'm like putting it out of its misery for sure. If it's small enough, then it's like, I'm sorry, sucker, you were not meant to be here. But this is like a full grown moth attracted to my ring light. It's hanging out with me and I'm gonna kill it. What the fuck? Please don't eat my clothes though. Fuck. You know, it's like they're not predators, but they're fucking pests. Just really sunk in what that means, huh? Yeah, it did. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. These peaches did come from a can, and they were put there by a man. Yeah, true story. Wow. Oh, you're so cute. I would not want to be a fucking hummingbird, bro, but I do. Maybe I've already been a hummingbird. Oh, did you hear that? I ain't even gonna lie, because sometimes I can be so busy and like can't sit still, anxiety ridden for sure. But I think likely to reincarnate as a color. Commitment to be a color. You know, like that's a life, huh? But eventually we're out. Oh my god. Thanks. I've been really kind of digging that vibe lately. You have no idea. I've been very much connecting to my voice and being like, wow, this shit is a little bit powerful. Um, I gotta hate on it less and do it more. Like I was saying earlier, you probably weren't even here yet, but I get these phases where I'm like, no music, just silence or someone talking to me. That's it. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to listen to music. 2 things I very much love. And I don't know. I just lose a taste for it. And all of a sudden, music's back. And I'm like, oh my God. I love music. I love singing. I don't know why I turned this off. Why do I ever stop singing? And it's like, well, 1, maybe your voice needs a rest. 2, maybe your body also needs a rest. What are you going to do? I really quickly kind of need to take a little quick 60 seconds because my laptop's gonna die. It does not very much last long when I am streaming. It's on its little critical battery saver thing already. It's been 36 minutes. It was at 100%. I don't like those odds, but also I guess it's very hard to balance knowing when to. I don't know. I don't like keeping it plugged in if it's not charging. No, that's what I'm saying. It was 100%. It only lasted 36 minutes while streaming. It's probably the ring light, right? The ring light, the mic, the camera. I mean, it's a lot. So it was at 100%. And it's funny I brought it up because I actually did want to figure out how long the battery lasted, and the answer is about 40 minutes while I'm streaming. But then while it's charging, it doesn't charge as fast. So once it's at this point, and then I charge it. No, it's not an old battery. This laptop's from last year. When I'm not streaming, the battery can last like 12 hours still. So, BRB, gotta go plug in. Family, listen. It's a day, it's a night, it's the autumn equinox. ASMR. I'm getting like low key a little tipsy tonight. It wasn't really my intention necessarily, but I realize it's happening. Because while I was gone, to plug my laptop back in, I was like, yo, I'm gonna need a fork to eat these alcoholic peaches. And then before I came back, I was like, yo, I'm gonna rip this bong. And then it's like, yo, I can do math. I have been partying long enough for math. That being said, that's what the ASMR thing was. You still can. I'll smoke more. I'm getting a little tipsy. It's kind of weird. I'm not one for getting tipsy, but there's something about this energy. Yeah, dude. I want to tell you so bad what I made. I just like went to the liquor store to get my ingredients pretty much, and then we hit the Aldi's. Got a couple more things, and it's delicious. But I'm super weird about putting my magic on the internet for free, even though, how would I, I wish there was a, no, I don't. I love Twitch. I can't even criticize it. I don't even care about their cut or their formatting. I was gonna say, I wish there was a way I could send stuff to subs. I guess it's like an email list, right? I don't know. Where it's like, it's such an energy exchange. I'll never get down with TikTok magic and stuff like that. And like tarot's one thing because it's oracle and it's messages, and like how else would you deliver a message other than, vocally, even if it is through video. It does feel really different because I've thought about putting my spells and stuff online, and I have before. You know what I'm saying? But I just over time I'm like, it's bad enough I include everyone in everything I do. I gotta not share it with everyone on top of that. It just doesn't seem right to me. because they're kind of signing you up for something and not telling you their end of the contract. I don't involve anybody that's not gonna partake with me. You feel? Yeah, no, it's weird. But if someone like came to me and needed something, this particular one, hi babe, is peace, patience, prosperity. Peace within myself, patience for everyone else, and prosperity for all. That's why we're gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, we're gonna eat a lot of peaches. And then I go, oh my god, these peaches did come from a can. I love peach, especially as a flavor. Exactly. Bingo, bango, love the mango. Dude, Dre and Kato Potato. Okay, why do I feel like all my old followers are re-following me? I thought Dre has followed me before. It was on break, so I didn't even notice it. And my little potato, I thought also was already been here. What's going on? Right. Millions of peaches. Peaches will free. So what is going on with the job? Source. What happened? Why was it in jeopardy? Was it our fault for keeping you up all night doing witchcraft, or you okay? Yeah, I totally forgot about that because I was on the millions of peaches, peaches for me, millions of peaches, peaches for free, millions of peaches, peaches for me, millions of peaches, peaches for free. It's the Peach Blossom Sunshine. That's what this one's called. Leo season to Virgo season transition was the Pineapple Upside Down wine. And this is the Peach Blossom Sunshine. I should slow down on eating these peaches. But because they weren't fresh, they probably didn't absorb as much of the alcohol, right? Or I should hope, because I just ate so many because they are delicious, bro. Yeah, peach tea's the shit. Peach everything. Yo, am I being reckless if I try to play with tarot cards while I'm intoxicated, even though I've never questioned it and I've done it all the time? I think it's just there's only certain decks I can use, which means Love Oracle is out, Mystery Deck is out, can't do just any, like, Halloween Oracle would have to be the right person. Can't do the demons. No demons. I think the only one left would be Thoth Deck and Initiation. I don't know if I should be fucking with the angels while I'm intoxicated either, but I'm a Catholic, so my angels were drinking wine with me. You know what I mean? Okay, and I also want to address that I have a massive forehead. You don't have to pretend like I don't. You can literally be like, she's so attractive, and yet that's what it is. It's this. But these glasses and another pair of my glasses, I tore the nose pieces off, and I keep doing shit like pushing my glasses to the top of my head right here where I leave them to rest, and now I've got this like huge fucking Harry Potter on my forehead. So dumb. And today when I was doing my makeup, I was just like and put makeup on it, and now it just looks like I got the craziest like cartoon villain skull I have ever fucking seen. Does it not? Like, it casts the perfect fucking shadow right there to just make me look like I am trying to take over the world. When in reality, I have been avoiding that for a long time. What is she even talking about? She's so fucking conceited. I think she's probably an Okay. Next. Thoth Deck. Because it's a good way to start the season anyway. And yeah, if there's a particular drunk person that you want to talk to, I'll allow the Halloween Oracle. I think everything else is off limits for when I'm tipsy. And also, we're taking notes tonight. This is my buzzin notebook, and I wrote a poem right before I started the stream. If you guys want me to read it, I will, even though it's like hella embarrassing. Or pick a number. We've got quite a few left. And I'm going to do the Thoth deck. And if we're feeling it, if we're up for it, if we're not too tired, we'll do the Halloween Oracle. Talk to some drunk folks, right? Some dead drunks. Pick your. Oh my god, would this be the perfect night for Alan Watts? I feel like I would fucking love that. Would anybody else love that? Can we please? He came up like the other day, and immediately when I heard someone say or saw someone say his name, I saw him, and that to me counts as an invitation, and I answered the call kind of thing, but I didn't channel him that night. It's also Libra season, so we could visit John Lennon, or we could have a big thing for his birthday. Don't know. Alan Watts is, I guess, more or less like a modern day philosopher. I don't know what else to call it. He may have been a professor or something because he was constantly doing lectures, or I'm literally just ignorant. I have no idea. I listen to him on YouTube like the fuckboy that I am. I'm in recovery and also leading the academy. You're okay. I think my internet also sucks, and we've already been disconnected like at least once tonight. He was a drunk and he died of like liver poisoning in the 70s, but he was really cool. Maybe not the 70s, but I'm pretty sure he died 6 years into his peak philosophy career. I don't know what you'd call it. He's very neutralizing. He's very like, he's got a great voice, and yeah, I know, right? Whoa, where did that come from? That's so delayed. But then I'm like, eat more peaches. I'm getting fucked up. Who's ready to choke? Oh my god, the basil. That shit is so good. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Okay. What's up though? I don't remember. I love that. I love that. I love basil. Basil and parsley, and there was a third herb. What's the big three? Right? It must have been. I don't think it was oregano. I don't remember eating oregano. It was probably rosemary, because you wouldn't just eat rosemary. But I'd be me. Uh, there was lavender in this, bro. Well, lavender water. That's what I was saying. This shit is so good. Peach Blossom Sunshine doesn't really cover the flavor profile of what I created. I used the lavender I steeped for my coffee for tomorrow, next day, whenever the fuck I decide it's been steeped long enough. Yeah, I love lavender. Really made me want a peach lavender latte with like coconut milk or something. Ice though. I get delusional in the fall. I like to call it fall because it's my descension into hell as Persephone's offspring grandchild person. Uh, I just really get delusional this time of year, and I'm like, it's spring. I called it the spring equinox every single time I mentioned the equinox today. I typed it out when I was trying to find the right GIF for my Instagram story at ILMystex. By the way, if you want to follow my new account, don't do much with it, but it's cute. Might as well. Yes, the 22nd. That's what I'm saying, where I'm literally like, let's go get iced lattes and peach flavor, like honey, it's pumpkin. It's pumpkin time. It's pumpkin time. And I'm like, but the sun's out. Sun's out, bun's out. They're like, no, put some shoes on. It's like very sad. I get very sad and delusional where I'm like, but summer just started, but it's summer, but it's summer. Because I just hate the cold weather, and the descension into hell in general can hurt. So I'm a sunset chaser. Some people chase storms. I chase sunsets. I'll just walk towards this shit until it's gone and then walk home under the stars. And I'm fine with that. It is so beautiful. What a process, right? I highly recommend sunsets. It's been the most thrilling part of my days lately, is to just see what it's going to look like. as it sets, and then walking in the light for as long as it's there until I can't, and then dusk, it's beautiful. Um, I think I like when it rains. Hell yeah, it does. You know how many spices go into the pumpkin spice? You've got cinnamon, which is like very good for, I think it's like just a general kitchen witch spice. Cinnamon would be good for everything's basic protection, but I do feel like cinnamon is almost like protection over your wealth because it's sort of abundant. And then nutmeg, yeah, nutmeg has hallucinogenic powers, so that shit's next level spiritual, right? That's like spirit 100. Bro, shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, you're literally are like you're my cousin. I'm sorry if I kill some kind of fantasy for you, but you literally remind me so much of like family. My cousin is because you're a Leo and my little brothers are Leos, but me and his sister had our whole nutmeg experience when we were in high school, and I liked it. She didn't. Yeah, right? Oh my god, it's such a weird high. And to be high for like 3 days, I literally was like 15 and I'm in school because I ate it on like a Saturday or whatever, and come Monday, or maybe I ate it on a Sunday knowing I'd go to school for fucked up for 3 days because like I would go to school fucked up all the time. Not all the time, it is the precursor to ecstasy 100% because by the time I was 16, I was chewing that shit. Maybe we were 17, and I would never, ever recommend anybody chew ecstasy. And how did we get on the subject, and why are we talking about it? What have you done? What have you done? Cool down right now. This is why I got tipsy tonight, is so that I would be honest about this stuff. My God. That's why I hate when people suggest I get help and therapy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, please, I'm trying to get off drugs, okay? I'm trying to stay away from drugs. Like, please don't let me talk to someone who wants me to be on them. I don't care. LOL. A number of things happen when you die. It depends on what you want to happen and where you go and what you've done in life. 100%. Most people go to the waiting room and decide for themselves. You want to know something? I will give you this. Rather than explaining it to you, I'll show you. Season 2, Episode 10 of the guest book by TBS and Garcia. What the fuck's his name? It's not Jerry, obviously. It's not Cherry, clearly. What the fuck's his name? Not Jerry. What the fuck? The guy who made Earl made the guest book. Season 2, Episode 10, the finale. Watch the whole thing. It's short. It's so good. We love it. Watch the last episode. That is the most beautiful thing I could have ever seen because, oh my god, I guess it was after my death experience, but like, it meant something, okay? Just, they did it so good. Like, that is what I'll tell you, is they did it so good. Ew, that sounds like you maybe were on something more than just mushrooms, though, right? I didn't mean to say ew, because, like, life experiences. Um, yeah. Well, I don't. You dissociated from being on them too much, or like you did them once and then were dissociated for 3.5 months? Sorry, I need a little clarification. Those are some bold statements. I'm trying to quit cannabis right now too, by the way. Um. Yeah. No. Shut the fuck up. Nobody is trying to smoke nutmeg and cinnamon. You literally are such a fuckboy. And listen, it takes one to know one. I just said I am recovering. I'm recovering. I'm trying to court ladies now, so I'm trying to be a better man, to be honest, because I've been a rat bastard, to be very fair. Not been great to men. Been stopped dead in my tracks. Saw it coming even. Been taken down. Gotta cut off the snake's head or whatever the fuck they're trying to do. I make men so mad. But I get it, I'm a fuckboy. I am not immune, right? I am Aries and Venus. I have little more to say on the subject, but we're recovering, homies. We're becoming better people, better men, better masculines. Okay? Okay. LOL. Oh, yes, this is the info I wanted. That's interesting to me. You sure the guy that you weren't dating for 3.5 months wasn't drugging you? I'm not, it wasn't the mushrooms. Listen, not encouraging drug use, just perspective. No, you probably know better than I do. I don't know, I know drugs pretty well. And they think I'm schizo-affective. Send it. Okay, fair. That's fair. I've definitely had some weird dissociative moments, but a lot of them wasn't triggered really by drugs. I mean, I smoke weed, but I'm not even... Lately, I've been a heavy smoker because, one, I think summertime kind of brings out the party monster in all of us. And two, I think that I am combating some stress. Did you see me glitch out just now? Yeah, I'm combating stress. And I am using it as a crutch and a self-medication for my stress, not for my depression or my creativity. Sometimes leaning for it, creativity is not even working. So I'm like, fuck, I just want to quit so that it starts being more powerful again. But right now, it's been my stress management. No, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, I thought you said my friends were at the gathering, and I was like, what? I want to go so fucking bad. Okay, that's good. At least, yeah. And then people get mad at you when you're like, I'm sorry, I have no idea what the fuck. And it's like, fine, okay, whatever. How'd you break the news to him? Was he cool? Did you want to keep dating him? What was that about? You don't have to, that's a lot of information. We got a birth chart. Fucking pensive as hell. Who is this man in the flannel? We knew that. Okay. Wicked. Awesome. Yep. Alright, in anticipation, I'm gonna go 60 seconds. BRB. Oh my god. Pico, ASMR stoner style, was snacking. Listen. Y'all. That is literally what DMT is. What do you mean? That's what it's for dreaming. You guys are stressing me out. No, I've been having anxiety. It's part of my cycle. I'm ovulating right now, so my body's like freaking out. Like, can't you get pregnant? And I'm like, please, no, never, never, ever. Sorry. Shut up. And she's like, Mom. Dimethyltryptamine is the chemical that is released in your brain when you sleep, intentionally to keep you asleep. It keeps your mind active without keeping your body active. In a sense, dreaming, and that's why only a few things in nature produce that chemical, because not everyone dreams when they sleep. But frogs are one of the initial sources of synthetically made DMT, and that's why it's released when you die, because it's very similar to when you sleep. And so you just, but it's interesting you bring that up, because then it makes me wonder if I was able to like release the DMT in my body while I was still awake, being able to meditate as a child. So, interesting. I don't know why that gave me anxiety. I don't get what you guys are saying. Like, of course you release DMT when you were sleeping. That's how you dream. Oh man, I ate all these peaches. I don't feel like super drunk though. I'll feel okay. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. I kind of get why people think I'm a bitch. Dude, sometimes I just want to sing all night when I'm on here. But one, I live with other human beings and they sleep at night, which is why I stream at night, right? And because that's when y'all are here and y'all are the best. But sometimes I just want to sing everything, but I also don't really know the rules on covers and whatnot when it comes to Twitch and such. And I don't think it's like really all that interesting to just be a one-man show, to be honest, and just sing. I don't play instruments. I hate them, actually. It's kind of dumb. People hate that I hate instruments, and I'm like, so what? Fuck me then. What? Yeah. Whatever. If I really feel like it, I could probably. I was thinking about this the other day. This is why I got tipsy, I guess. Thinking about this the other day. If I can like channel what people say or think or whatever, or their image or their accents and stuff, could I channel the ability to play an instrument? You think? Like, is that what I'm missing? Is that part of music is channeling music itself, the entity that is the octopus, right? Or squid, I guess. And being able to play with one, and that's even probably why Santana's guitar was a tentacle. Yes, you think it's weird that I hate instruments. Is that what that yes was for? It's unusual for DMT to stay in it for that long, so it must have been pretty spiritual. When you said the elves thing, I was like, oh man, that sounds like familiar, but I definitely wasn't on drugs, but I guess was probably releasing a lot of DMT at the same time. Okay, here's a point that I would like to make. Kind of relevant to the whole story that I will tell eventually, and now that it's Libra season, I feel like that would just. I think on John Lennon's birthday, I'm gonna talk about how I met John Lennon, but I guess I'll just be releasing little bits of my thoughts and feelings on the situation in the first place. So, oh, dude, yeah, I wish I would have come back that soon. I took a nap in the fucking emergency room, psychiatric room, and they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm good. I'll make a therapy appointment. Thanks so much. And they were like, yeah, no, you're not getting out of this one. And I was like, damn. Okay. I have this habit of starving myself, and I think it's because before I was like, ooh, I think before it was kind of, like really aware to me. Ew. They had to just make sure you didn't have it while they were like dealing with you, even though you were unconscious. Still breathing, I guess. Not breathing on them, but breathing, no less. Uh, I think before I was consciously speaking to the dead, I did a lot of really weird stuff, like this whole stream of consciousness book I wrote, which was like totally ignorant and out of pocket, and like I'm still trying to figure out how to like address and make up for that. Because I'd rather it not be dug up and held against me. I'd rather just get it out of the way in the beginning and say, yeah, that was me. I've changed a lot. I've changed my mind about a lot of things. There are very few hills that I am willing to die on. But the fact that LG made the best cell phones that I have ever used is one I am willing to die on. Just like LG phones have died. RIP to LG phones. Their washing machines, refrigerators, and TVs all suck. But god damn it, their phones were so good that they had no sales and had to stop making them. Can you imagine? Can you fathom? Once my girl dies, that's it. There are no more, you know? LG quit. They're not making phones anymore. That was kind of random. But anyways, so before, yeah, I'm working on that, but I have, thank you, bro. I still am using my LG. Dude, the reason they went out of business is because we were all satisfied customers that had the same phone for literally years. Bet. Like, and once again, everyone complains about their washers, dryers, fridges, TVs, everything by LG sucks. So they have to keep selling them because they're replacing them. Like, people no longer care about quality. It's all about numbers. It's all about money. Like, we are literally in over our heads. And I'm not trying to make anyone panic, but I think that's part of what's being revealed to us Libra season. Like, that's the whole thing is there was a lot of mystery surrounding Libra season leading up to these days in which now we are in it. And it's because so much is going to be revealed to us that we have no idea. And part of the fun of even if you do know what happens, even if you've seen the future, maybe like I have, like that's so Raven. If you try to meddle with it, if you try to make it happen, if you focus on it or think about it or know so much that it is, then there's no fun or mystery to how it happens, right? So that's what we're learning patience for is like, I guess I'm over it. I guess I just don't know. I guess I was wrong. I guess I gotta let it go. I guess blah, 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 blah. And then it starts to just like, no wonder this and that. You find out. Things come to light. That's the thing. Libra season, we're reaping our bounds of harvest. We're going in the fields now. We're going to get our crops. We're collecting what we've grown. And if it was a harsh season, then let it be known that you will have nothing, right, to reap what you've sown. And at this point, it's like, well, I guess it's got a few weeks to show me otherwise, but it feels like I'm still at the bottom and I have to be okay with that no matter what. And I've always been okay with that because honestly, oh, hey, honestly, somebody's got to be there, and I would hate for it to be anyone else. That's literally, I wish that I knew how to change that mentality. Even when I know my worth, even when I know what I deserve or what I'm meant for, I still can't help but feel like, please, I want to watch all of you do your thing, like go ahead. I am patient, I can wait. Um, and it's just had the most disastrous effects, so I'm trying to be a little more selfish. Yeah. Oh, dude, November 2019 is like this big epic thing that I'm building up for all of you come November 11th and October 19th and all these other things. Because I agree. I saw a lot of things happen and they all started happening. And it's a lot to handle and I'm freaking out in a way. Too many thoughts sometimes, one. Okay. Whew. Please, no. Sometimes the longer you hold off on the things you're meant to do, the worse the situation gets around you. Because it's supposed to remove you, and if it doesn't, it'll remove everything from you and from life itself if it has to. And that's what's so sad about being complacent or hiding who you are, suppressing your feelings. Like, it manifests in ways that are absolutely disastrous to all things. And it's because we are all a part of our environments. It's because we're all in this together. We're symbiotic communities of a species. Like I don't know. I feel like it comes up a lot, especially when the aliens come up. We are clearly designed to be in packs. We are ineffective solo, regardless of where we're at or how you see it. We are not meant to be that way. We're just not. You know what I mean? Um, but breaking the cycle of independence and even like narcissism, colonialism, as much as I'm into manifesting, it's almost like manifest destiny, bro. You have to realize that sometimes the way you think of manifesting and the way you can be so selfish and self gratifying, it can be easy to manifest that stuff. But that's because it's colonizer blood on your hands at that point. If you just think, I deserve this and I should do it no matter what because it makes me happy, yeah, you're gonna get it because your daddy owns this land, essentially. Like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, they made everybody bought and paid. So you get your little capitalist, materialistic fucking manifestation. That's cool. You can pay a bitch with feathers in her hair and mason jars to fucking create whatever the fuck you want. Sure, you can do that. But that's your blood on their hands or their blood on your hands. Yeah, that's so interesting because it's me too. I would say I definitely only have a drive to inspire others and be kind and good. And like, I'm not, I mean, that's hard. I'm tested all the time because people are oftentimes inherently really selfish and oftentimes thinking of themselves. And I think that's actually quite appropriate, but also I just believe in something different. And so I still seek to fit in a sense that I just have yet to really find my vibe, except one time I did and I freaked out and cut everyone off and I regret it. And now I'm like desperately seeking to get them back. And I'm like, let's get the gang back together. And the gang's like, we hate your ass. We hate each other's ass. Everybody is fucked ass. Like, it's over. The dream is dead officially. And I'm like, okay, so where does that leave me? Because it did feel like my purpose for a long time, and then I revisited it and it still felt like my purpose, and then I like went out of my way to avoid it, ignore it, pretend it never happened. Come on, I get that, but also I gotta be able to take rejection for what it is. Okay, see, you're getting back into your fuckboy zone. Yes, be and let be. I agree. Let It Be is a great song. Paul McCartney wrote that when he was so young. He was like grieving the loss of his mother at 13. It was just like, let it be, let it be, or whatever. I love that song. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Um, Oh, you weren't even here when I was talking about taking things personally. I was literally just saying how you should take things personally, even if you don't take it personally from the person. You do not have to apologize for swearing, and dick is not even a swear word, it's a fucking name. So if you use it in an insulting way, just remind them it's their own fault for calling themselves that. Dickhole. It's great. I love it. Have you seen the movie Dick lately? It's 10 out of fucking 10. Amazing. I love you. I honestly love you. You gotta watch that movie. It's on Hulu, or at least used to be. I don't know. They even have it in Spanish. I highly recommend it. It's very good. Yeah, that's kind of, you can see how my personality tonight is like, I'm singing, I'm up in your face, I'm like laughing and giggling, but then all of a sudden I get really serious and like borderline apocalyptic, and it's like, what the fuck is that? And that is divine moving through me. And it's very hard for people to embrace this kind of energy in real life, especially because sometimes they just want their friend, they just want their person, they're whoever I am to them. And I'm like, okay, well, Spirit has a message for you, and I am the divine deliverer. And if you don't seek it out yourself, it's going to come through me. Okay? And if you're in my life, then obviously you need it more than most anyone, or you wouldn't have me around so long. That's the whole idea, is I'm kind of like, I wouldn't say I hop around from group to group necessarily, but I'm constantly feeling quite alone, isolated, you know? But that's the type of personality that healers tend to have, I think, is that you can't have like repeat customers or people dragging on you all the time, or just maintaining their health by having a healer around, you know? Sometimes it takes isolation I think it's possible to have relationships, but also having, I don't know, boundaries or something. It's tough. Oh, you guys, I think I did the whole thing where I trapped the moth under the bong and then I lifted the bong at some point because I see the moth again. He's staying by the light, man. I just don't want him to eat my clothes. It's so weird they do that. But okay, is it not incredible? I'm sorry, Peaks. I don't know what this is. Hold on. Is it not incredible that nature was just like, hey, humans, listen, we know that you struggle with creation in general. No, hold on. This is actually a brilliant thought. This is the type of stuff I gotta write in my buzzing book. Are bugs maybe like alien made? I'm starting to see why y'all think birds are fake, but it's the insects that get to me. Yeah. Oh, I used to lose myself to the impulsivity and reaction. That was like the whole battle with PMDD was not knowing what it was and me literally like rationalizing it being like, well, people needed to learn that lesson in that moment and like I'm learning my lesson and now I'm sorry and I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me, but I don't know, so just deal with it. I used to definitely have the mentality and I don't shy away from admitting to that. I think people really have a hard time like admitting to who they are or what they've done even, and to me it just comes so naturally and so easy because I've been grappling with this for so long that it's like not a big deal to have to be like, yeah, I was wrong, yeah, I was out of control, I was out of line, we all know that, we all saw it, what the fuck was I doing, still trying to figure it out, now I got it, and it's like still happens, oh well. Like I'm trying. um okay, fuck your anxiety. I've been trying to deal with my intrusive thoughts by combating them instead of shutting them down. LOL, I told y'all there was always Pisces in this fucking chat. There's two of them right now, at least, and another silent four, at least, probably. Okay, not four, but two. Oh, yeah, I don't like being alone all the time. I do feel like I have to isolate for a lot of my life, though. Yeah, I do find that my Scorpio rising, it actually turns people off from wanting to spend time with me in the first place, so it's easy to isolate. My Mars is also in Pisces. Definitely like worth exploring, but I pretty much find it to be that I really get upset when I get into altercations with people who are usually angry. And I'm very like sad and pouty and maybe even petty, but like ultimately I'm crying. I'm not yelling. I'm crying. And if I'm yelling, it's because I'm not crying. Or Tyler Durden showed up and was like, beat somebody's ass. And I'm like, please stop with the Fight Club. Yeah, okay, be right back. I'll stop my rambling. I don't do too much gambling these days. These days, these days I seem to think about all the change that came upon my way. And I wonder if I'll see another highway. You know what's so funny is like I really have a great memory And I know so many words to so many songs, and I sing and listen to the same shit all the time. I still don't think that was even right. I don't know these days that well as much as I sing it and want it. Ah, your incubator. Yeah, we get it. We get it. Can the moth get from underneath the bong, or did I lift it up and forgot that I caught him? Should I take care of this? What do I do with it? Put it in a fucking jar? Duh. Sorry, all I gotta do witchcraft, but I just ran an ad. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, your use of orgasmic is starting to piss me off, bro. You're such a fuckboy, and I get it. Because me too. Especially when I was your age. Um, your incubator is so tight. Oh, I forgot I can't get this fucking jar open. Oh, got it. Because I figured if I want to save the fly, but I also have nothing to do with it, or the moth, I can at least use it as a sacrifice if I have to kill it. Is that terrible? Does that go away? I don't want him to eat my clothes. I'm sorry. I have to go down like that. It's for a good cause. Thank you. Thank you. Unless he already got away. Or he's smart. Oh, he's so gone. Wow. I did for one moment not even remember that y'all were here. That smells so good to me. I am very odd. We know. Okay. Totally get that. No, I don't know where he went. I think he can escape from under the bong. I think that's been the problem the whole time. When he comes back, I'm gonna try to get him in the jar, though, which is wicked of me, but I gotta do it. But now that I've clearly attempted his life, he probably won't come back, but moths and lights, you know? It's like so funny. Your incubator is so tight. Your incubator is so tight. I've been born before. I'm already used to it. Brain dead is how it always ends. Because it's so funny. I kind of agree with you. And like, what that really means, like, in actuality is so different. Like, when you put these ideals into practice, where it's like, I can both accept something and want to change it. That's kind of what I was saying. I guess I was on Reddit and then I brought it up on the stream where someone was asking how you deal with rejection. And, like, I guess I deal with it well enough to accept the answer, but also am human enough to understand that I could give it more effort and I could try harder. And if it doesn't work, then I can walk away. And if it comes back to me, I can allow a second chance for somebody that I would want for myself. To me, that feels like forgiveness. But I don't know. People think I hold grudges, but it's like, man, I have PTSD. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the traumatic things that you have done to me give me flashbacks. I already have a photographic memory. You can imagine that flashbacks can be pretty tough for someone who remembers everything regardless, right? Doesn't even have to be trauma with that. Just like my boy Fox Mulder, I too am cursed with a photographic memory. And just like my girl Gillian Anderson, I'm an Aquarius moon. So, yeah, okay. Tell it to the judge. It's so funny because I come on Twitch and it makes me feel like, wow, I love my life. I made this my job. This is so fun and cool. Thank you all for being here. I really much enjoyed it. I get to be myself for the first time all day. It's the second I fucking hit the microphone, right? Well, not really. In all of my private moments, I'm 100% this person. It's just when I interact with others that I have to tone it down. And I've just always been like unabashedly myself, but then you gotta stop and have a conversation. So I try to like take my headphones off when I'm talking to somebody, or I don't even know, just smiling and censoring my cuss words and stuff. But man, oh man, I'm so salty with Pisces. It's making me hate y'all. But then actually, look, I love y'all. If it weren't for you, I literally wouldn't even still be on the stream right now. How appropriate for the fish to be on the stream. Um, that is so frustrating. That is like exactly the whole point of my frustration. Why you flaking? Why you gotta have scales, man? So flaky. Why you gotta swim in every direction and can't just float with me? Yeah, okay, baby. I've been saying you're a little baby bitch, baby bitch, baby bitch. It's like the only thing I can think of. Why do y'all? Yeah, I totally get that. Of course you want to be roasted. Of course you love it. I fucking literally, duh. That is so irritating. I could roast you so fucking hard about that specifically because that is the whole point. I could woo a Pisces, and at the end of the day, all they want to do is piss me off so that I yell at them. And I'm like, listen, I love you more than that. And they're like, and then bye. Okay. So, roast you, why? To give you what you want. That's the whole point. When you meet a Taurus, we don't. I somehow did think a human would be more fun, and in a way it is. But I think that's why my appearance is honestly top 3 most important things to me in my life. I'm sorry that sounds so fucking stupid vain, but realistically, everyone I love will still be anywhere that I am. You feel? And all of my material possessions are very cool, but the way that I outwardly look is like, yo, I chose this human life, human realm, human form, white woman. All right, let's fucking go. I'm gonna get fucking weird with it. I'm gonna get funky with it. I'm gonna wear patterns I like. I'm gonna make myself look like something that makes me smile when I look in the mirror. That is literally the most important part of my day. Because why would I choose this other than for the looks? Okay? I'm sorry. I know. It sounds vain. It sounds shallow. Oh, easy for you to say because you're so fucking attractive. Yeah, why do you think I'm attractive? Because I was like, if I'm gonna be human, some people go into being human and they're like, I'm gonna be human, I'm gonna start a family, I'm gonna have a home, I'm gonna have a fucking career of the lifetime, I'm gonna learn lessons and solidify my legacy. I'm like, yo, human body, let's dress it up. Let's have fun. Let's make it marvelous, mischievous, even. Pisces are not fucking innocent. They're the babies. They're the youngest in the family. I get that the dynamic is actually backwards according to Zodiac. I don't know. It's like 50-50 on the subject of like Pisces being the oldest or the youngest. And I feel like it shows that they literally are the youngest. Just because it's like generations. The later generations are going to be like the smart asses and the most up to date and the most current. And that's what makes Pisces feel like the oldest because it's the most evolved. But that's not how evolution works. The prototypes are the oldest. Like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer are the oldest because they were here first. You come out head first. Yeah, people think it's like phase 1 or 2, and it's like, no, it's ancient. You know? Yeah, I never understood that. And like the new age ones, Sagittarius, Capricorn, somehow Aquarius and Pisces are like the babies because they're like the fucking they're like the alpha gen of the zodiac, the children right now who are like that's not even kids anymore. They don't even dab anymore. Like I don't even I'm so out of touch with like kid culture because they just watch these weird YouTubes and shit. That's Pisces energy. That's like It's the most advanced, and yet, did you listen to anything we said? No, probably not. And you think we're too stuck in our heads or whatever. And we probably are. And there's that bit in the middle, right? Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Yeah? No, I did that wrong. No, it would be that. Kind of? Yeah? No. Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah. How would there be two fixed signs, though? That doesn't make sense. It does make sense. How does that make sense? Leo? Huh, I'm tripping. What? Okay, sorry. Whoa, I missed this. Yeah, what the fuck? That's so Pisces, I guess. They can really fall victim to that shit because they have the mutable energy, which is like super addictive personality. And when you're on substances, you're so much easier to inhibit. Like, as a demon, a spirit, an alien, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're getting fucked up, that's why I try to keep my drinking and smoking and everything to a spiritual practice because I'm well aware that they're gonna come in regardless. They're gonna be like, ooh, hey, we've been meaning to talk to you. Hey, just a second of vulnerability. And if I'm being too social with it, it's like, man, I don't wanna I don't even wanna get into it, you know, like I wanna just avoid it. Come on, man. I think I have. That's what's so weird, right? Like, it's almost like we just do it every day and we don't even know. I think if you watched, this is gonna sound, dude, this is the ultimate fuckboy shit I'm about to say, and I'm just gonna stick to it and say it because I'm a fuckboy. We're in recovery together, right? I'm a teacher, but I'm still taking the class, right? I'm still unlearning my fuckboy ways, man. The gay panic really set in this week, and I was like, I better shape the fuck up and shut my fucking mouth, man. I gotta impress this woman. Who? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Either way, my fuckboy era is over. My name is Earl. Okay? So, if you watch Rick and Morty, it's like, yeah, you're a fuckboy hardcore. But if you watch Rick and Morty and you think of it from that perspective, like, it's not that it answers questions, but I have been in a state where I came out of the psych ward and everything was Truman Show syndrome. It was my birthday and Handmaid's Tale came out. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, 8 days in Kingswood. Okay. Best fucking barbecue chicken. I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, I guess I could go for the chicken for a couple days. Is it so bad? And it's like, maybe don't do it for that. Nothing wrong with getting yourself some mental health help. Although, God, I wish there was an option that didn't involve drugs. That's so wild, but I love that weirdo on TikTok who does the very overly corny voice, and he has like the 1920s aesthetic, and he makes like Great Depression era baked goods. Very entertaining. Yeah. So watching, especially like the whole factor where Rick and Morty bury themselves, right? Who is to say that you have not borrowed your own life before? Like, yeah, I think you could probably just wake up and you'd be different. And I feel like, yeah, I've been there. Like, I can't explain how, like, I've always felt like I work in my dreams. There's no other way to explain it. And then also the thought of like, how do I know I'm me has been crossing my mind since I was a child. And I feel like I maybe didn't share how existential my thoughts were at that age, but it makes me wonder if all children are that existential at that age. Or necromancy, day one. Oh, I mean, that's good for you. It's just like I'm so far from about it. I'm trying. Doubt it. No, I'm kidding. You're so real. Cause I'm real the way you are, the way you move, the way you stare. Cause I'm real the way you smile, the way you drive it. Okay. Going back to this, do Pisces have difficult time shielding and not blasting out empathetic waves? Thinking about this, listen, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I've been fucking trying to get a reading from someone, but I can't exactly like afford to outright pay anybody. So I'm like, yo, we can do it on trade. But several times I've traded readings and then never got my reading returned, and then I still am like willing to put out the offer and haven't gotten. No, I want a reading really bad, actually. Like it's funny you bring that up. But I have to do a trade. It's just like the state I'm in right now, right? I got like no shame, but I'm also trying to change the mindset. It's not currently in my budget, but I can always trade for trade with readings. Well, readings on my caliber in a way, but not really, even if it was somebody a little bit less. The Pisces thing, I feel like jaded on Pisces energy because I know exactly what you're talking about. Where I knew someone who I like really could not stand their entire personality, the way they looked, the way they thought, the way they acted, the way they composed themselves, the way they lived, like everything about them literally disgusted me and fucking grossed me out. But when I got into a 5 foot radius of them, I suddenly was like, okay, I feel this like good beauty aura. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, I don't like you. But I know you really should listen to that one. I'd appreciate some card pulls. I don't know how well versed you are in it, um, but it really sucked me in, and it was like, wow, I've never. I mean, it's like you, right? You have. I kept saying that they had a delicious aura, which is like creepy, and I get it. I'm kind of like an energy vampire. I think that's like the fuckboy part of me, right? But I just I don't know. I kind of get what you're saying, and I think it's hard, but I don't think all Pisces have it because it's not something that I really like felt before, even when I've noticed or somewhat felt for a Pisces in the past. I think it takes a certain Pisces, not to hide it, but to have it. I think that if you have that aura of like that empathy of like I understand you and I love everything and it like radiates from you no matter what you say, I think that you're blessed with it. I The only time I could think of somebody having that aura was a Pisces. So I do think it's Pisces related, but I think that means that you're a somewhat evolved Pisces, maybe. However, the other I would say is one of the most immature people I've ever met. So toss up. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, this person was is as I don't even know, miserable. Like literally wildly unhappy. That's also a Pisces trait. And it's like I think the ones who can't grapple with the fact that they have this energy that they give off are the ones who end up unhappy because you have to be able to see yourself. You might. I mean, I don't really know. You're my little potato, but it seems like you could. I just don't know you IRL. So, all right, we gotta do a 60 second. I don't know if anybody noticed. I kind of do them every 20 minutes just so I don't forget to do them and we don't get cut off because it tells me like they're disabled for 21 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. I can't remember. So I gotta roll one. It's just that time again. ASMR. I was lighting incense, so I was like,